Okay, this is part 3 of the propane compressor. This is a stripped down as far as it can be stripped down. Here's the 2 pistons in there. They cannot be removed because they don't have caps that bolt on. The crankshaft has to be slid out this way here. So to do that, this has to be pulled off. So I'm going to leave them on because I still need this thing to run after I put it together. So those are the 2 pistons, your crankshaft. The bottom main bearing is the oil pickup. This is the main bearing cap, which is aluminum and has very bad scoring in there. It's not that bad, it's just worn. This is the part of the oil pump, and that's the other part of it. The spring mounts. The 2 pistons down deep in there, down there. This is the valves. This is the intake valves and the exhaust valves, or discharge valves. This is the cylinder head. This is the discharge muffler. So this is the main block on the other side. There's the 2 cylinders right here. They're pretty large cylinders, but the stroke isn't very big on them. So these intake, this is where these 2 holes is where the cold refrigerant goes in. It's sucked in there. They are in there. So is the valves on there like the way they should be. It's like this. So that gases are drawn in through these holes into this section, the head, and in through these valves right there. As you can see, if you push on them, they move. So the gas, these two go to the top cylinder, these go to the bottom one, and they just go out through there into the piston as it's going down. As it goes up, the gases are pushed out through these 3 holes, which are another valve in there, and the same for the other piston. And these gases are discharged into here, into here and here. And then there's a passage under there, a hollow space, so the gases from here go to here into the discharge muffler, and there's the blow-off valve, so if there's too much pressure it'll pop. There's the discharge tube, which goes down into the bottom casing of the shell, and this is where I cut it off at. These are the 2 mounts, some other holding things. There's the pipe in there is coiled, so it absorbs vibrations better and doesn't break off. That big bump right there next to the white thing down below, that's the crankcase heater. It heats the oil to keep the refrigerant from migrating into it. These are the wires that go to it. And the oil is very dirty and used and has lots of metal debris floating in it. It's mostly from me cutting it open though. So, and it also has lots of corrosion in this part as well. Most of the burnt oil that came out of the shell, which is in there. And that's the top spring mount. So this is the motor rotor, which the electric motor goes on. The main failing parts of these compressors is either the valves get hammered, or the bearing seize, or the motor stator burns out, which is the piece over here. Which is this piece here, which is the most valuable part of the compressor, because it's like 20 pounds of copper. And under the cap, which I will have to remove the thermal overload on this because it's 3-phase and it doesn't allow me to single phase it, which is a small thing. I don't know if you can see it in there, which is like a thermal switch will have to be bypassed, so I have to manage hacking that off and bypass the thermal switch.